Manuel, excited, ready to go?
Yes, I think that we are ready to start. Maybe some players need some more days to be 100%, but the whole squad is ready to start it.
Given the way that everybody else around you is strengthened as well as you strengthening yourselves, how much harder will it be to retain the Premier League title?
Well, I think that this Premier League will be exactly the same as the last Premier League. We have 5 or 16 very strong squad. All of them want to win the title. We also want to retain. So we'll see during the year who works better.
Within that, does it show a lot of ambition from this club that you can get the likes of Sergio Aguero, David Silva, Vincent Kompany and Sami Henry to sign new long-term contracts?
Yes, I think it's very important for the club to retain the best players. I think it's important also for the club that they want to stay here because we are working very well and it's a club that has a lot of ambitions for the future. They understand that and maybe in the next day you will know about other players that will extend their contract also.
And the fact that you signed players like Eliakim Mangala as well, that shows further ambition, and he's the sort of player that you think can be a big success here.
Well, we tried to have a strong squad that last year. I think that last year we have a very good squad, that we had a very successful year, but that is the past, that's history. Now we must try this year to have a strong squad, and I think that the arriving for important players as Willy Caballero, as Sañá, as Mangala, as Fernando, as Fran Lampard will make us a strong squad.
The fact that you've now sold Javi Garcia and one or two other players as well, does that give you some flexibility in case you maybe want to bring in another player or two before the end of the window?
We'll see from now till the end of the window, but you know that we have important restrictions about the players, about the amount of money that we can spend and the amount of the number of players that we can have in our squad. So we have time from now till the end of the window transfer, but I think that for the moment the squad is ready.
What would you consider to be progress this season for Manchester City?
Well, the best thing for us is to progress in all. It's not easy maybe because we make a very good season. We score so many goals that maybe it's not easy to repeat again this season, but we are going to try to continue playing the same football. We will try to be strong in defending. We will try to improve our FA Cup and our Champions League. A lot of things that I think that an ambitious squad with a winning mentality will try to do, and not just thinking that we were the last champion.
Ahead of this game, you mentioned the players coming back to fitness. How is everybody in terms of the World Cup players, and will you select all of those? Will they all be available?
We'll see tomorrow. Maybe not all of them will be available for Sunday, but the most amount of the players there.
But just finally, against Newcastle, a side that have undergone a lot of change over the summer, does that make things more difficult for you to prepare against a side that is different?
Always the first game is the most difficult because the next one, but also it's always difficult for Newcastle also. It's not easy to, if you bring 3 or 4 or 5 players new, to start playing the way they want to do it. So I think it's a difficult game because always it's difficult to play in Newcastle. Last year we won there a very tough game, and we hope that we can do it this year also.
Manuel, is it more difficult to retain the title rather than to win it the first time around?
It depends. It depends on the way you want to look at it. Maybe last year when I arrived here, nobody believed that we can win the title because it was my first season here in England. But we did it. Huh? This year we had the advantage that I already know the players and the players know me. We won the title, but as you said, it's difficult for a team that wins the title in a year to repeat, but we will try to do it.
In terms of repeating it, what are the factors that you think will be the most difficult to combat? Will it be the fact that everyone will want to beat you because of the champions? Will it be the mindset of the players? What will be the most difficult things to deal with that's new this year?
Well, I think that last year everyone wants to beat also us. We were not the champion, but everyone wants to beat us. As the same, we want to beat all the strongest team. So the most difficult thing for me is to try to repeat the performance that we that we had last year. Maybe we must improve in the first part of the season. Last year was very bad, especially playing away. I hope that this year will not be so bad. We'll see, but we have so many good things last year that maybe one of them we will not repeat it.
In terms of last year, you mentioned there that the start away from home wasn't as good as you formed as the season went on away from home. What changed in that time, and how do you ensure that the start last season doesn't happen again?
Well, I think that the most important thing that changed was work. We were just starting the season, a new way of, or a new style of playing. Maybe most part of you didn't believe that we can continue playing the same way, and one of the most important things that why we won the title was that because we continue playing that way. This year we know how to do it. We have new players that must understand also the way we want to play, but I think that's the most important, to continue playing that way.
How fit is Sergio Aguero? Because he seems to have had a number of issues over the course of the last 6 months to a year at the World Cup as well. At the end of last season for you, are you going to need to manage him differently to some of the other players because of the number of problems he's had in recent months?
Well, I think that always this team needs a Sergio Aguero, always. But of course, I think that also is important for him to make a good pre-season. He has so many months without playing in a normally way, so we are trying to make a mix for him, mix a pre-season, a mix trying to have here available for play also for the team.
Thank you. Are you happy with preparations, with the fitness of your squad now, with all the World Cup and the likes of Aguero, with everything now, with the season about to start? Are you happy with everything that's gone on to this point?
Well, happy, not because I think that we need more days. Maybe we need more days because they arrive late. But I think that was more important was for the player to have a good rest after the World Cup. So I think we try to work in the correct form. We'll see the three first games before we have the international break. How can we do it? But I have a lot of trust in the squad, and I hope we are going to do it well. After with all the other squad, yes, I think that we did a very good pre-season.
You'll have competition in key positions now, and I think there'll be a lot of attention on who will be your number one now with the Premier League in mind. Obviously, Caballero starting the Community Shield. Have you made your mind up about who will play in goal?
Number one in each position?
In goal?
Just in goal. No, for me, it's exactly the same position of the team. So I think it's very important for the players to have, for the team to have two good players in each position, and then we'll see every week which player will start playing every game. We have so many games that we need a strong squad if you want to win something.
And of the rivals, you mentioned that there are 5 or 6 sides that are very strong that could potentially win the title. Of those rivals, who do you feel has strengthened the most in the summer?
I don't know. We'll see it after. One thing is what appears to see, and the other is the reality, what happened then during the games. We'll see it during the year, which was the best team that strongest his squad. But I think that all of them are very strong squad.
Just finally, Newcastle, full St James's Park. It will be obviously an interesting one for you to start off. I mean, what do you expect from the side? They've strengthened as well in the summer.
Well, I expect that my team play well. I repeat, it's a tough game. It's not easy to play there in St James Park. We'll try to do our best, and we hope to win the 3 points. About Newcastle, I can't tell you what they're going to do, but I hope that they will try to win their 3 points at home.
Apart from Alvaro Negredo, is anybody else actually injured?
Just Alvaro Negredo. All the other players are fit.
Given what you just said about Sergio Aguero, do we expect not to see him at Newcastle?
We'll see on Sunday. We are not so sure we are not going to see him.
What about Mangala? I mean, obviously he's only just come in, hasn't had a pre-season.
No, Mangala needs to work more with the team to be with available to play, but I think he will not be maybe this weekend.